Okay, we got 2 o'clock. Thank you for joining us for the Allegan Area Education Service Agency's Hillside Phase 2 bid opening. There are 15 bid categories. We're going to start with bid category 1. There are no alternates. We will acknowledge any clarifications or voluntary alternates, but we will not read the number. If there is no bid security with your bid, we will not be able to read it. Personal checks will not be accepted. We will be conducting post-bid interviews with the apparent low bidders. If we deem it necessary, we may contact the next bidders. Do not contact the owner or the architect. We will contact you, and we're looking to have bid results posted on our website tomorrow by 3 p.m. With that, we'll get started. Bid category 1, earthwork. Sitework Solutions Incorporated, base bid $242,775. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Top Grade Site Management, base bid $350,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And they do have clarifications. Cripsfontaine Excavating, base bid $327,750. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 2, concrete. Shepherd's Concrete Construction, base bid $172,300. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Early and Associates, base bid $131,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Tunison Concrete, base bid $174,796. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And RLE Concrete, base bid $164,452. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category, okay, I'm going to say 3, masonry. OPOP Masonry, base bid $295,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And they have clarifications. JK Masonry, base bid $441,450. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Brigade Masonry, base bid $336,961. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And they have clarifications. Bid category 4, metals, Van Dellen Steel, base bid $152,300. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. DBA Division 5 Metalworks, Building Restoration Incorporated, base bid $157,144. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Steel Systems Incorporated, base bid $158,347. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 5, general trades, D&D building, base bid $537,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Distinctive Group Incorporated, base bid $550,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 6, metal wall panels, Paramount Sheet Metal Incorporated, base bid $89,060. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. They have a voluntary alternate. Wolverine Enclosures Incorporated, base bid $94,510. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have a voluntary alternate. Bid category 7, roofing, Great Lakes Systems Incorporated, base bid $774,767. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have clarifications. Sheriff Goslin Roofing Company, base bid $1,047,816. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have a voluntary alternate. Division 7, Building Contractors, DBA Endurance Commercial Roofing, base bid $788,100. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates and clarifications. Superior Services, RSH Incorporated, base bid $665,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Lister Contracting, base bid $624,775. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have a voluntary alternate. Modern Roofing, base bid $703,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Summit Point Roofing, base bid $799,492. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And Hoodstra Roofing Company, base bid $854,820. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 8, joint sealants, CJ's Coating and Sealants Incorporated, base bid $6,984. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Slager Restoration and Sealants Incorporated, base bid $11,495. They acknowledge addendums 1 and 2. And they have clarifications. Bid category 9, aluminum glass and glazing, Grand Valley Glass, base bid $204,831. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And they have a voluntary alternate. Foreman Glass, base bid $213,538. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates. Lakeshore Glass and Metals, base bid $178,850. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates. Bid category 10, lath, plaster, drywall, and acoustical, Cook Jackson Company, base bid $279,100. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Ritzman Associates, base bid $243,200. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have a clarification. LPDA Incorporated, base bid $267,280. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates. Shepherd's Brothers Company, base bid $224,309. They have acknowledged addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates. Bid category 11, flooring, Ritzman Associates, base bid $71,895. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates and clarifications. River City Flooring, base bid $83,050. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Phoenix Interiors, base bid $102,791. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 12, painting, H&H Painting, base bid $26,340. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Mason Painting, base bid $27,500. Genesis Painting, base bid $29,101. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Allegan Painting, base bid $38,400. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Eckhoff and DeVries Painting, base bid $24,685. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Vort Brothers Painting, base bid $38,915. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Bid category 13, Fire Protection, Brigade Fire Protection, base bid $56,420. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Grand Rapids Fire Protection, base bid $48,120. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Total Fire Protection, base bid $29,282. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have voluntary alternates. Bid category 14, Mechanical and Plumbing, GHE Plumbing and Mechanical, base bid $664,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. RW Lapine, base bid $772,700. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Van Dyke and Mechanical, base bid $676,500. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And Kalamazoo Mechanical, base bid $612,452. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3, and they have clarifications. Bid category 15, Electrical, Lumen Electric, base bid $676,583. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. DBA Miller Electric, Rob Miller Electric Incorporated, base bid $486,803. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Circuit Electric, base bid $672,000 even. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. Parkway Electric and Communications, base bid $716,900. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And Swanson Electrical Services, base bid $637,700. They acknowledge addendums 1, 2, and 3. And that concludes our opening. Thank you very much, everyone.